Okay, we should be live. We're starting exactly on time today. That's rare, but we're doing it. Gonna get this set up, and then we will get right on the road. Okay, the audio sounds good. All right, I'm almost ready. All right, we should be good now. So we've got weeks 3 and 4 today. The games we're going to be watching are, just to double check here, we've got the Shamrocks and the Wizards for week 3, and then week 4 we have the Pioneers and the Beats. So we're watching 4 relocation teams today. We're watching anybody who's real. What is good, Sports Gaming YT and Isma? How we doing, fellas? Siri, give me a whole number between 1 and 2. It's 2. I don't have my backup controller on me, so we're not going to be able to do the 2 jersey thing. But, yeah, at least I have 1 with me. So that'd be the Wizards. What's good, Crockett, Siniac, Pepperjack? Hey, that rhymed. What's up, Bacher? How we doing, everybody? Okay, so the Wizards coach is not here at the moment, so I guess we can pick their jerseys. Although it's pretty much, do we want them to wear white or do we want them to wear purple? So, yeah, their away jerseys are not good. Purple helmets, white jerseys, and black pants. I guess it's not that bad. It's not as bad as like the Snowhawks last year, but it's not the best. But I think we should do purple. Seems like a lot of us agree. Just got done playing a stressful game of MLB The Show in Knowles Custom Leagues. Beat the Nationals 6-4. Nice. Beep, beep. All right, let's get the show on the road. When's the last time I've actually started to stream like dead on time? Ooh, this is prime time, Thursday night. But when is the last time I started to stream like exactly at the time I was planning? This stadium is sick. I don't know if we've ever played here. This place looks fire. This stadium fits the Orlando Wizards. Patrick Mahomes was meant to play here and meant to play in this jersey, and I don't know why. Oh yeah, we're in the bubble. That's right, we're in the Orlando bubble. How can I forget? Ain't gonna lie, I basically fell asleep at like 8:30 last night. How do you do that? Patrick, my bubble. I think the Beats are gonna either win both or lose both. Well, we're going to watch you guys in week 4, so I'm curious to see how you do against a really solid Pioneers team, who I'm really hoping loses week 3, because they play against us. Although I don't have a very good feeling about it at all. If we lose by less than 3 scores, I'll be content. There's a good run for Tony Pollard as we look at the defending AFC champions. These Shamrocks, of course, were the 7th seed in last year's playoffs and pretty much shocked the world by beating the top 3 seeds in the conference, all on the road, and just fell short in the OFL Bowl, although they were competitive in that game against Seattle, but Seattle was the better team. The Wizards, on the other hand, were not good last year. But as I was saying last stream, they're my sleeper playoff pick. I don't know why. I just have a feeling. I mean, their division isn't the best. I think everybody in the AFC South is 1-1. I don't know. I just have a good feeling about the Wizards this year. Thought you were going to do a stream the same time as Survivor. Yeah, I would coordinate that to make sure that wouldn't happen. I scanned a 20 on 3rd and 5. Is that Goddard? I think they have Goddard. That looks like Goddard. It is Goddard. There you go. Way earlier in the day, sleep through basically your entire math class. I don't blame you. Feel like the Wizards go 8-9. I mean, all things considered, that wouldn't be a horrible year for the Wizards because they were quite bad last year. And they don't have their draft pick, so it's not like they'd rather win 4 games and have a high draft pick because they don't have it. What's good, Giddy? Welcome in. Tigers are the best team in the MLB. Well, we can dream, I guess. In imagination land, maybe. Lamar gets rid of it. They got to take the points here, right? Yeah. It looks good. Yeah, he got that. 50-yard attempt is good for Dublin. Justin Rothhauser. Normally he would go wide right on his kicks. You're a real one if you get the joke. He better make a kick to the right today. Because the punchlines with Justin Rothhauser are way too easy. Had an assignment to do yesterday. I was dead hot in the school. Went through like 5 waters. Our school, like, the school's getting replaced next year, so I don't think they really care about like the AC or like the temperature at all. So there were some days in the winter where it was like freezing. They even let us out like super early one day just because it was so cold. So I'm a little concerned that as it gets warmer, that might be the case when it gets hot. You stole that joke? Yeah, because it's a good joke. Sorry you're late. We started 6 minutes ago. You're not late. You're good. Can't have a day without 1+ hours of running. Well, that does not sound fun. I would not enjoy running for an hour every day. Then I would on purposely go at 8 to 8:30. You should claim copyright on that joke. Yeah. Let's say you go through that whole process just to claim the copyright on a good joke. Does he even still play for New England? I don't think so. How do I spell his name? Yeah, he's a free agent. He didn't even make the roster. How do you pick a kicker in the 5th round and not have him make your team? Although I guess Roberto Aguayo was picked in the 2nd round, and we all kind of know how that went. He got cut when Nick Folk started to perform. Yeah, but I feel like when you pick a kicker in the 5th round, they better be damn good. More times than not, whenever teams draft special teams, it doesn't work out. Although Matt Arriaza, the punt god this year out of San Diego State, he's different. Everyone's going to laugh when he goes in the 3rd round, and then that team's going to outsmart everybody when he's like the best punter in the league next year. 2nd best, because Jack Fox still exists. He doesn't just punt 60 yards. All of his punts are down inside the 5-yard line. He's a machine. I don't see how he's going to fail. And now that I say that, he's not going to make it out of training camp. Ironic thing about going to sleep at 8:30 is that you wanted to get up early. Well, I guess that's how you do it. That was awfully ballsy. Yeah, they're in field goal range. They're just going to take the points. So both teams had solid first drives, only kicking field goals. I'm the biggest jinx ever. I know. I know. When he gets picked by the Packers with their one of their first-round picks, then it'll be worth it. And their other first-round pick is going to be on George Pickens, and I'm going to cry myself to sleep. That would make me puke. And the reason why I say that is because it makes too much sense. What do you think your record will be this season? I mean, the NFC West is quite solid. But if Tua performs, then you guys could do well. I would say probably middle of the pack. But I feel like your team is like in such a weird spot. I really don't know what to expect this year from the Cardinals. They need a receiver, and George Pickens is their exact type of receiver, which makes me sad because I am a proud George Pickens truther who would do bad things to have him fall to pick 32, although I don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately. Forgot to turn off my timer, so I woke up. Should normally get up, and I went off, and I was like, God damn it. Hey, shawty. Howdy, friend. Think he'll go 10-7, 9-8, or 8-9. I could see that. I missed your voice. How sweet. I mean, I upload videos every day, so it's not like you can't see that. I guess the voice quality is a little bit different with the mic plugged into the PlayStation. Oh, what a punt! Down at the 3. I know that's not Matt Arriaza, but that's some Matt Arriaza type stuff. Huskies going 50-0. Well, how are you going to do that when you're 0-2? And your quarterback is made of twigs. Forgot to say congrats on 10K. I appreciate that, my guy. Hector can find a way. I guess he can. Not a whole lot going on the ground here for Jaden Jackson. I think I either go undefeated or a couple losses or a pull off a Cliff Kingsbury. I don't think anyone's going undefeated because I've never seen anyone go undefeated, at least in the OFL. And I've never seen it. I feel like teams have been closer to winless than undefeated. I can't think of like a time when a team made it past like week 8 or 9 without a loss in the OFL. I don't think anyone's been that close. And with how over half the league is 1-1, like 20 teams are 1-1 here, this is probably not the year that anybody goes undefeated or winless. But I hope that happens one day. Whether someone wins every game or loses every game, I feel like that'd be fun. Oh, what a throw! What a catch! Tyreek Hill to the 9. This is the only spot where we're going to get Mahomes to Tyreek Hill because we can't get that in a real NFL anymore. So we got to settle for that here. What a play. It's not Anthony Davis anymore, it's Hector Estrada. You've got Anthony Day to Davis and street clothes Hector. Although I guess you don't really wear street clothes. Well, kind of. I guess if you get hurt, you put... I guess you put on street clothes on the sidelines. Coaching is too much... I mean, is it that much pressure? Want to go back to being a player, but what if the new coach benched me? Well... I guess that's part of your choice. Hector can find a way to the doctor's office faster than a game without getting injured. That's facts. Why did Mahomes keep running backwards? Loss of about 12 by DeMarcus Lawrence. If the Tigers make the World Series, well, no, I'm going to be crying in tears of sadness. I really don't want the Tigers to go to the World Series. It's not like they're my team or anything. Estrada Acuna Matata. Remember when we were up 28-7, but we lost because of the backup? Yeah, but the backup performs statistically better than you, which doesn't really make any sense. I don't know how Hector can play poorly, but his team dominates. He gets hurt, the backup comes in and plays well, but the team chokes. I don't get... That game made no sense. But I don't even try to figure out how Madden makes sense anymore. I've just given up on that. I've given up trying to figure out how sports make sense in general, because at this point, none of it makes sense. Will we win Survivor? Well, I mean, it's not really a team game. Well, it is a team game now, but as it goes farther, I mean, there's only one person who's going to win. So hopefully it's on our team, but it's not like we all can win. We all can win in spirit if one of our team members wins. How about that? Trae Young is an off-brand Alan Crabb. Except Alan Crabb actually knows how to get banked. Although I guess Trae Young's on an $150 million contract, so I guess not. Oh, will we win today? Oh, I'm stupid. I hope so. I thought you meant in general. I'm dumb. Ready for Trae Young to drop 60 on us. Well, I could see that. Because Trae Young's pretty good at basketball. And he's pretty good in the playoffs. And even though it's not the playoffs, it's an elimination playoff game practically, so it counts. Ooh, look at this move. Look at him go. I think that's Russell Gage to the 13. Unless Trace McSorley is the reincarnation of Jesus, I'm scared for the Cardinals quarterback situation. Well, Trace McSorley is the reincarnation of Jesus. It's Jesus, it's Santa, and then it's Trace McSorley. I didn't know Trae Young was good at basketball. The more you know, I guess. Believe it or not, Trae Young can play basketball at a high level. It's pretty cool that he owns an entire city, too. Now it's 3rd and 9. Ooh, that was risky. And now we're at the stage where everybody calls me by my name. That just feels weird. I figured it was going to happen at some point. I don't like this. This doesn't feel right. So Trace McSorley died today. Not that I'm aware of. Yeah, this is just a field goal battle. Both of these offenses are playing well, too. They're moving down the field. They're doing a good job. But they're just not finding the end zone. It's weird. Bleep, bloop, blop. Octi should start an OnlyFans. How about no? Although I guess I'd make money off of that. How about we get the stream to 69 likes, and we'll think about it. Pretend he's Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, it's not like I'm 9 inches shorter and I look nothing like a football player. I guess I had the facial features. $69 likes. Get it done, damn it. Well, that's one way to get everybody to like the stream. It's to see Mahomes succeed, who's been traded for like one of 16 of all the picks in the league. How is a 14-year-old Mexican taller than you? Some people get hit by the genetic lottery, and some people have short parents. That's just how it works. Another bomb! Ooh, that's a pass interference. I think that would have been overthrown anyway. That was a stupid play by the corner. Taylon Young, yeah. I don't think Tyreek Hill would have gotten to the ball. The 49ers have arrived. What's good, Nickinator? Welcome in. Your dad is 5'8". He's shorter than Greg Dortch. Wow. I didn't think we'd be talking about Greg Dortch today, but here we are. What a random... You could have said anybody who's 5'9", but you chose Greg Dortch. If the Vikings lose this stream, I want everybody to say, hey, Alexa, how many points do the Vikings lose by today? Well, considering we're playing the Pioneers, chances are it's going to happen. Greg Dortch and Rondale Moore are the same player. That's mean to Greg Dortch. I'm kidding. Rondale Moore is cool. 3rd and goal. Will we find... If we don't have a touchdown on this play, I'm just saying the score is going to be 6-9. I'm just saying. We need to screenshot this and frame this. We need to hang this in the Louvre. Unless he misses it. Okay, good. We need to hang this photo. Octi's going to lose. You're not wrong. I'm great. Antoine Leslie is the 6'4" Calvin Johnson. Well, Calvin Johnson's 6'5", so that doesn't really say anything. Pretty much the same thing. No one else is allowed to score. I agree. Both of these teams are allergic to the end zone anyway, so how about we just stay out of the end zone and the score can be 6-9. This counts as for likes. You know, you're kind of right. I guess since 69 likes is impossible, this is the next best thing. Speaking of Calvin Johnson, imagine if the Megatron guy begging for coach. He left the server today. He said something and then he left. Which, honestly, I was kind of relieved about. Because, like, he seemed kind of annoying. The funny thing is, he was in my DMs this morning. I had, like, 4 notifications from him. And I was like, oh, God, is he begging to be in the league again? He said, hey, can you teach me a thing or two how to make YT vids? I made one, but it's not that good. Like, how do you make good thumbnails? I don't know how thumbnails has to do with the video directly, but there you go. And then he said something else in the server, and then he left. What a guy. I guess that's a weird end to his character arc. Hey guys, what will the game be? I'm out! Dublin's already crossed the 50, but they only have 1 timeout, and they're not in field goal range yet. This is no guarantee that they score. We've seen Madden mess up the clock like this before, okay? Alright, they're probably going to kick the points. You know what would be a perfect ending to the first half? If the score remains 6-9 and this kick goes wide right. Because it's Justin Rothhauser. Please. Please. This would be too perfect. Oh, that's a beauty. Oh, I thought that looked like it was angled towards the right. No! We were so close! We were so close to not only having it stay at 6-9, but we would have the perfect Justin Rothhauser joke. I'm sad. F in the chat, everyone. I'm disappointed. I'm active. Apple said the next challenge is at 6. We better hope the stream doesn't go till 6. Wink, wink. We could do 2 full streams and be done in like 6. Although, that's not going to happen to everybody's dismay. What is good, Daniel? You guys are doing pretty well so far. You're tied at 9. Both offenses are playing well. They just can't find the end zone. It's like there's a wall in front of the end zone and they can't get by it. Can you be cooler than you already are? No, I don't think that's possible. 24-hour stream where you sim the whole season. Yeah, I don't think that would happen. I'm not opposed to a 12-hour stream in the future, which would probably not just be like OFL stuff. I know I've hinted at that for the 10K celebration, which probably wouldn't be until, like, the summer. But that's certainly something I could do. I wouldn't want to. I don't think I would have the energy to do 24 straight hours. I think I could do 12. I don't think I could do 24. So with Paul George out, how many games are the Suns beating the Pelicans? I have a weird feeling the Clippers are going to win today. I don't know why. I just have a really odd feeling. I feel like there's some guys on that team who just have a chip on their shoulder. This is the type of game where Terrence Mann drops 30. I don't know why. You know, Benjamin responded to my DM on Twitter. Nice. Pandemic P came at the worst time, literally. I've always disliked the playoff P jokes because I've always been a Paul George fan, but I feel like Pandemic P is too perfect right now. Score prediction for our game. Our game is going to be 6-9, and we're going to lose. Reggie Jackson strikes again. There you go. Reggie Jackson's going to have 25 and 12, and he's going to celebrate at an Applebee's tonight. Third and 5. There's a nice play. Kane responded to a comment on the video I made, which is the first time he's done that almost ever. Well, congrats. The Wizards are moving it nicely, so now the question is how far away are they going to kick their field goal from? 50 yards, 40 yards, 20 yards? Mahomes will score. Yeah, he's going to score a field goal. Because nobody wants to score touchdowns today. It's a low-scoring game, but both offenses are playing well. I don't get it. Urinating Tree responded to one of your comments. Urinating Tree friended me on Discord. I don't think he knows who I am, but I sent him a friend request like 2 years ago, and he accepted it. So, that's my Urinating Tree claim to fame. Rocco gonna drop a 50 burger. He has more 40-point games this year than James Harden. So did the Sixers really make the right choice? They should have stuck with Rocco. Can we run the ball, Mahomes? I don't think Mahomes gets the pick if you guys run the ball. Met Tom Gross. That's something. I guess it's better than getting friended by Tree when he doesn't know you exist. Jay Scrub beating Wilt's record. He's going to not live up to his name. Called Mr. Rob Mr. Nick in his comments to see if he actually did respond, and he did hilariously. Mr. Nick. Sixers in 5. How about Raptors in 7? That sounds better. Realize Devontae Graham hasn't had an efficient game in 4 years. We will not be slandering Devontae Graham today. Not cool. Hey, we had a touchdown. There you go. It's our first touchdown all day. But back to the point. No Devontae Graham slander is welcome. So, take that outside and keep it in your pants. Apparently, Mr. Rob is... I did not know that until last week. I did not know that either. But I guess the more you know. He kind of does seem like he'd be a cool teacher. I don't know why. Devontae Graham is literally just Ricky Rubio minus a pat. Again, we do not slander our king, Devontae Graham. Jayhawk legend. We do not slander him. Slander anybody else on New Orleans. Just don't touch him. Why is there a Mexico City team? Because the game relocated the Chargers to the Diablos. That was not something we did manually. That was something the game did. Imagine being taught PEMDAS by a dude who won an OFL ball. Facts. Although you don't learn that in middle school. I feel like we did that in like 3rd grade. No homework class. I won 2 of my OFL games. Bengals Desperados better than the They're not better than my Diablos from last year, I'll tell you that. That team was fire. Literally, because we were in Mexico. And it's hot down there. We learned PEMDAS. Maybe it was later that we did PEMDAS. I feel like we did that kind of early, though. Maybe it was later. I don't know. Holding on the offense against Alex Bars, who totally drops bars. Your 62 in math went down to a 13. It looks like somebody needs to have a chat with Mr. Rob on how to do PEMDAS. It appears a penalty has meant nothing. Dallas Goedert has 10 catches today. That's something. Imagine being taught the quadratic formula by a dude whose tribe is filled with nicks. The quadratic formula was not in 7th grade. That was later. There's no way we did that in 7th grade. I feel like PEMDAS and the quadratic formula were like a decade apart. Hector should do his math homework on the bench because he keeps getting hurt. Yes. Perfect. You have a 69 in science. Nice. I learned ratios in 7th grade. Well, I'm going to ratio you right now, bud. Everyone who would like to help my ratio needs to put a thumbs up in the chat because that's really the only way we can do it. Best grade is a D. Who's D? I'm sorry, that was a terrible joke. The only person in your tribe whose server name isn't Nick is me. That's funny. I didn't even know. No Hector slander. If we will slander Hector all we want, we will not slander Devontae Graham, okay? Devontae Graham is a better athlete. He's a better basketball player than Hector is football player. Boom. Nice touchdown for the Shamrocks. So now both teams want to find the end zone. Learn quadratic formula in 7th grade, but I take higher level maths. I take it that you don't take higher level spelling. I know Eastmoon's looking at the term quadratic formula and going, what is that? I don't even know if Eastmoon can read. The War of 1812 being in 1912 will never not be funny. That's always going to be a classic. I can't... Exactly! I knew it! If you have time, Hector is a 13 in math and he needs talking to. Oh, that's perfect. He fell for a sock-on joke. AP European history, my friend said, wasn't the Cold War like 6 years? Might want to put a 0 on that, buddy. Ooh, that should have been picked. Your teacher kept saying ratio math. I almost said ratio to your teacher. Imagine if someone just yelled ratio in the middle of math class. That'd be funny. Isn't the Cold War like Nazis? Jesus Christ. No. Just no. You're like not even in the same ballpark. I think math is not the only subject that Hector needs help with. Good Lord. Is the Cold War like Nazis? That isn't... I hope it's sarcasm. I really hope it's sarcasm. This man is stupid. Stupid's generous. Jeez. I am screenshotting that. Hold on. I am screenshotting that. We need that saved. And y'all thought I was... Yeah, really. This is making Eastmoo look like Albert Einstein. All right, there we go. The Cold War was freeing the slaves. Okay, now I know you're joking. That's definitely a joke, right? Please. I don't think one can totally get that wrong twice in a row. And not just get it wrong, but that's like common knowledge. Like, I guess not everybody knows exactly what the Cold War was for, but like, the slaves was like 100 years prior. Nice throw in the back of the end. Now both teams are scoring touchdowns like it's nothing. Who's 86? Is that Jack Doyle? It is Jack Doyle. No, the Cold War was like 1910, but 700s is where the slaves happened. I really cannot tell if this is sarcasm or not. I really can't tell. Because somebody listed the Cold War date in here 2 minutes ago, and it was not in the 1910s. So I'm really hoping that that was a joke. I'll give you a cookie if you know which two countries went to war with birds and lost. That is a good question. Probably the United States, because all the bird football teams are trending downwards for the most part. And, South Africa. Boom. Cold War was between Canada and Norway, right? Yeah, because those two places are cold. Oh, fumble! I told you guys Wizards are pretty good. I told you. Australia and China. Those two places would fight over a bird. Oh boy, booth review. Usually when they review a fumble, it's not actually a fumble. Yep, right knee is down. Is his last name Money? That's a money review by the officials. Imagine being a history teacher and then your student asks about when the Cold War was when the slaves were freed. Yeah, at that point I would just pack my bags and leave. I mean, it's not like the teacher would get paid much anyway, so. It was the Cold War when Putin invaded something. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. This has to be a joke. It has to. No, there's no way he's being serious. It's 100% a joke now. Ancient China fought sparrows because the emperor hated them and they lost. I read that as Eastmoos. Australia lost to Eastmoos during the Great Depression because machine guns couldn't kill Eastmoos. There you go. Eastmoos beat Australia. Why would I joke about that? Because you're horribly wrong. U.S. Civil War was fought over the wall, right? Yeah. Did you guys hear about when Obama signed the Declaration of Independence last week? That was fun. Oh, look at this play. Is that Jaden Jackson down the field? Yeah, the Shamrocks are in some trouble. Learn about the Yao Ming dynasty of China. Yes, the Yao Ming. Yao Ming is the guy who runs China. Totally. Oh my word, what a dot! That was an awesome throw. For Chase Edmonds. That throw was a beauty. It is a two-score game, so I guess we'll keep watching, but Dublin's in some trouble. I don't know what's more impressive, that throw or how Hector thinks Yao Ming runs China. Heard Shohei Ohtani declared war on Yao Ming. Yao Ming played in the NBA and ruled a country. According to Hector, yeah, apparently. Yao Ming's a pretty busy guy. That's why he's 7'6", because he has to do two big things. Since he's a big-time person, he has a big frame. Otherwise, he would not be 7'6". Is he 7'6"? I think he's around 7'6". Zuki was like the owner of... Yep, Zuki. Houston Rockets legend, Zuki. Whatever happened to him? Is he just playing overseas now? Obama wasn't born in America. He was born in Wakanda! Zucchini. That's funny. Mr. Trevor Bauer joined the Discord yesterday. His name is Trevor Bauer? Where is Wakanda located? Austria-Hungary. There you go. Yi Jianlian is the guy from the Han Dynasty. Yep. Milwaukee Bucks legend Yi Jianlian. Why would Lamar throw it up the middle of the field? They have 40 seconds. They kind of need to hurry. Now they're using their timeout. So Dublin has to score. They have to get the onside kick, and they have to score again within 31 seconds. That was a bad decision. I guess Lamar doesn't really want to win this game, which is fine, but don't make it obvious. There's their touchdown. So Dublin has it within 7. Man, the game's almost over. Didn't even know. Too busy making fun of Hector. All right, this is it. And it's picked up by Orlando. So the Wizards are going to take the win 30-23. A lot of offense in this game. In the first half, it was all about the field goals. In the second half, it was all about the touchdowns. I hope Calvin Ridley put money on the Wizards. So Patrick Mahomes was very good. Lamar Jackson was quite good, too. Nobody ran the ball all that well. Dallas Goedert, 14 catches. That's a lot. I hope you started him in fantasy. I hope Calvin Ridley had him in his parlay. All right, I guess it's time to sim. I didn't see any scores. All right, cool. Here we go. The Aviators beat the Browns 25-21. Carson Strong in Columbus starts off the season 3-0. Russell Wilson and Strong played pretty much exactly evenly. Wow, their stats are nearly identical. Both teams ran the ball pretty well. Is DeAndre Swift injured? Why else would Kylan Hill get 13 carries? Oh, DeAndre Swift's traded. I'm an idiot. I forgot he was on the Bucks. Never mind then. Michael Pittman was quite good. Do I know anyone from the Discord in real life? I do not. Do you guys remember that good center for the Sixers named Moses Brown? Yeah, good old Moses Brown. Christian Barmore, 2.5 sacks. That's something. The Bats beat the Black Knights 41-20. Dak Prescott was quite good, so was Kareem Hunt. So pretty much the Bats offense just went off. Giddy Dunbar and Odell Beckham with 100 yards each. The Bears win their first game of the year. Kellen Mond supremacy strikes again, this time over the Cardinals, 28-24. Although Tua Tagovailoa was quite a bit better than Kellen Mond. James Robinson played quite well, so did Stephon Diggs and DeAndre Hopkins. Oh, but there's the beats. They lose to the Chiefs 27-19, despite a nice second-half comeback. Bowo was not that much worse than Josh Allen. He just got sacked 5 times. Two sacks for Chris Jones, interceptions for Jackson and Davis. The Bison beat the Ravens 36-24. So it seems like the Ravens' defense has been their big issue this year. Wow, look at Jeff Sims, the rookie, with an awesome game. Kamara and Dillon were both very good, so pretty much the Beats just ran it down their throats. And Jeff Sims also had quite a good game himself. Not a ton of sacks, though. The Black Knights are 0-3, and they've scored at least 20 points in every game. Their offense is really good, but their defense is horrendous. The Broncos lose to New England. Wow, 28-38. Denver outgained them in like every statistic. How did Denver lose? By multiple scores. Well, I guess Trevor Lawrence running for 4 touchdowns will do that. Matt Corral, checkdown Corral. Not many checkdowns here with 371 yards. Montgomery and Harris both scored, but they both had under 4 yards a carry. Brandon Cooks is on New England? I did not even realize that. Brandon Cooks, Darius Slayton, and Kyle Pitts all played quite well. So did Michael Thomas. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence is tall. He's big. The Bucs beat the Falcons 21-7. Wow, Atlanta's offense did nothing. And their offense is usually quite good. Big game for Devontae Adams. 1.5 sacks for Pierce and an interception for Kyler Gordon. The Mexico City Diablos are 3-0. Just like old times, they beat the Dolphins 24-16. A lot of passing yards. Baker Mayfield has been... Oh, dear. Sam Howell got injured. And Marcus Mariota did not play very well. But Baker Mayfield has been really good. These guys have Drew Lock. Drew Lock is back with the Diablos. Oh, man, that's too perfect. Drew Lock and Dalvin Cook back in Mexico City. What a time. Dalvin Cook didn't even play well. Top 1 right running backs of all time is Rex Burkhead. Rex Burkhead is number 2. We can't forget about Zach Zenner, who Michael Bennett specifically said before the playoff game that Zach Zenner is the best white running back in the league. So it's Zach Zenner, Rex Burkhead, and everybody else. Jeez, Miami's not good. The Washington football team is 3-0. So where are they going to collapse this year? Week 7? My bet is week 7 is where everything falls apart for Washington. Justin Herbert was quite good. DJ Uiagalelei was pretty average. Josh Jacobs was a little bit better than IT. J.J. Watt, 2 sacks. Hector is undefeated against the bye week. I'm pretty sure the bye week sacked him and he broke his leg. The Niners win their first game of the year by 1. 20-19 over the Seahawks. Jordan Love played very good. Who thought it was a good idea to put the Guardians home opener at the same time as the Cavs playing? And that Cavs game is in Cleveland. Jeez, that Guardian Stadium is going to be empty. Keenan Allen was very good. You're 0-3, right? Yep, you guys are 0-3. Totally. The Giants beat the Jets 38-20, so the Giants won their first game of the year. Mac Jones and Elijah Chisholm were both awesome. The difference was the run game. Saquon Barkley, 131 yards. Jonathan Taylor, 18. Didn't Jonathan Taylor, like, in week 1 have, like, 12? Mac Jones didn't throw it away this time. Hold on, I want to see the Jets real quick. So, didn't Jonathan Taylor run for, like, 12 yards? 10! Even better! He's had 2 games of this year under 20 yards. And then this game, didn't he run for, like, 100? He ran for 64. He does not have 100 yards through 3 games. The Jags beat the Tigers 24-22. It looks like the Jags' offense is really good and their defense is not so good, which I guess was Pepper Jack's drafting strategy, considering all of his high picks for offense. C.J. Stroud outperforms Tom Brady. That's something. Derrick Henry runs for 3 scores. Jameson Williams and Kayshon Boutte with each around 100 yards. Progressive Field and Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse are right next to each other. It's like they're not even trying to get people into the Guardians game. We skipped you? Oh, oops. Hold on. Yeah, Huskies. They lost again. Did Hector get hurt again? That's the question. Oh! He didn't get hurt, and he played actually damn good. Minus the completion percentage. They still lost, but he slightly outperformed Deshaun Watson. This is going to be like Hector's Super Bowl, isn't it? All right, next up we got the Panthers. They lose their first game of the year to the Saints, 24-31. Trey Lance outplays Bryce Young. Paris Campbell. Okay, cool. Quiet game for Mr. Rager down there. Oh, we scored 34. I'm impressed. I know we lost, but wow, it went to overtime, and it was a battle of field goals, so we almost tied. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. I'm not that upset. I'll take it. Malik Willis was better than Joe Burrow. I'll take it. The defense, yuck. Joe Mixon, 31 carries. That's a lot. Yeah, it doesn't even seem like we played that bad. I'm not upset by this. Myles Garrett, 2.5 sacks. Half a sack and an interception for Chidobe Awuzie. 1-2, gang. Yes, sir. Is that everybody? I believe that is everyone. Yeah, we started on the Wizards. Imagine not the facts. The OFL Bowl champion for this year is 1-2. If you're not 1-2, your team sucks. Players of the week: Dak Prescott, Trevor Lawrence, Noah Sewell, and whoever crouches. I have no idea who that guy is. Imagine Hector ends up like Larry Bird when he goes to take out the trash. He tears both of his ACLs, shatters his Achilles, pulverizes his spine, and got his MCL removed. I think the table one that Nick suggested is a little bit more realistic. How many teams are 1-2? It feels like everybody is. We only have 4 undefeated teams. The Aviators, the Chokers, the Pioneers, and the Diablos. It feels like half the league is 1-2. How many teams are winless? The Black Knights, the Huskies, and the Dolphins. 1-2 Glove, yes sir. And then you got the Aviators. AFC South appears to be pretty good. You got 3 teams that are 2-1, and the only team that's not over 500 is the team who won the division last year. New England leads the East. It looks like the AFC East is going to be quite bad again. Pioneers and Diablos both 3-0. The Lions lead the North at 2-1. Everybody in the NFC South is 2-1. The Bats lead the East because this team doesn't count. And then everybody in the NFC West is 1-2. This is my favorite division right here. One of these 4 teams is going to win the OFL Bowl. Book it. and it won't be Seattle. All right, so that'll bring us to week 4. I don't think we have anything else to go through. So our game is the Pioneers and the Beats. I believe the Beats are home. Yes. Siri, give me a number between 1 and 2. 2. We're going to use the Brooklyn Beats. Don't jinx my team again, please. I already did. So. Fix my depth chart first. I'm confusion. What do you mean? Oh, I see. All right, we'll do that quick. I did your first set of changes, though, before the stream. Davenport, Aquara. Noddy and Jones. And then Mathis is the backup. All right, cool. Why is my controller so ASMR? Probably because it's right next to the mic. Yeah, Nuke said he wants his black jerseys. Alrighty, cool. I should make an ASMR channel. I really shouldn't. 69 likes and I'll consider it. See, here comes Brady Boatwell leading the 1 and 2 Brooklyn Beats. And since they're 1 and 2, that means they're still in the running for the OFL Bowl because all the cool teams this year are 1 and 2. On the flip side, we have the Salt Lake City Pioneers, who were probably the best team in the regular season last year, and they have appeared to not lose a step so far. They're 3-0, coming off a close overtime victory over the Minnesota Vikings. And you whisper in my ear, Hector owns OFL. Yeah, but that's, like, not true, though. How about you win a game first, and then we'll talk about it? Predicted 24-10. I think you guys are going to score more than 10 points. I think the Pioneers are going to win, but I think Brooklyn's going to score more than 10. You think Creative Team might come back in Madden 23? You've been hearing about that. I haven't seen any rumors, although I haven't read anything on Madden 23 yet, so I really don't know. I hope so, though. That'd be awesome, but I wouldn't count on it, because I don't trust Madden to give us something that we actually want. But I hope that's true, and I haven't read anything on Madden 23, so I can't really confirm or deny. Boatwell, in the first play of the game, launches a bomb. Oh, my Lord. Yeah, you guys are not scoring 10 points today. I told you. Is that Freddie Thacker? No, that's Scotty Miller. Miller just put him on a poster. White man can jump. You guys are not scoring 10 points today. Hey, Alexa, how many points did the Vikings lose by today? You really got mossed by Scotty Miller, a 5'9" white slot receiver. That's if I was that corner, I'd be embarrassed. And I think the Salt Lake City Pioneers have some good corners. Supposed to be a new passing mechanic. Interesting. What is that BS? We're 13 seconds into the game. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Scotty Miller, a.k.a. White Lightning. I let my daughter date Scotty Miller. Shoot, I'd date Scotty Miller for Christ's sake. Think they're going to make Creative Team when they literally took away some... Did they? I know they haven't added any relocation teams in the past 8 years, since like Madden 15 when the feature was created. Was that Xavier Howard? That would have been funny. NFL Draft is coming to Detroit. Yes, it is. I would probably do everything I can to make that trip. That would be like the perfect first time for me to be in Detroit, because obviously I don't live there. I've never been in the city. So that'd be, like, kind of perfect. There's a few less real... I haven't even noticed that. Huh. The more you know, I guess. What did you miss? I don't know when you left, but Scotty Miller just put a dude on a poster within the past 2 minutes. So that happened. The Pioneers are looking to do the same. They will not. And that'll make it a 3rd and 6. Burrow off his back foot. Heaves it for the end zone. It's incomplete. I got to do a vlog for the draft. I mean, that'd be fun. But again, that's also 2 years down the line. So, the Eagles ever play the Lions in Philly? Do my best to go to the game, and you should too. Oh, for sure. I thought throughout the entire offseason that the Lions were coming to town this year, but the Eagles are playing in Detroit, not the other way around. So that makes me sad. Because the Eagles played in Detroit last year, so I thought there was a good chance we were going to come here. The Lions are undefeated when I've been in attendance. A good old 1-0. Never lost. It's always in Detroit. It's always in Detroit. I don't know why. I think other than the game 3 years ago that I was at, the most recent one was like the snow game, when Calvin Johnson had all the snow in his helmet. And I feel like the Eagles have come to our place like 4 times since then. It's so weird. Aki will be canceled in 2 years for saying the most vile... What would I say that's vile and racist? Lions are like 10 and 100. Have you even been alive for 110 Lions games? Yeah, that was the Shady McCoy game, I think. I'm pretty sure Matt Prater missed like a bunch of kicks that game, which is weird because obviously Matt Prater is a stud. What do you think of the nickname White Lightning for Scotty Miller? I'd say it's pretty accurate. Lightning fast, and more importantly, white. What do you think of the new Washington team name? I would say it's a pretty below average name. I mean, I get you have to change it, but I wanted either the Red Tails, the Red Hogs, or the Red Wolves. Something with red in it. I feel like all 3 of those teams could have had like really cool logos and emblems, whereas the Commanders is just the same W. They didn't do anything. The jerseys are not good for the most part. I mean, they're not terrible, but they're not great. Although at least they're getting a new stadium, and hopefully they get a new owner with it. Although it's kind of fun to see an NFL team get completely corrupted when it's not your team. The Washington Potatoes, here we go. Aki will be the type of person to use the hard R more times than people say the word and. Would I, though? That seems a little bit harsh. If you could have an NFL team, what would you name it and where would you put it? Well, I'd put it in my backyard. That'd be fun. What would I name it? That's a really good question. I guess the Octagonals would be a good name because that way I can promote my channel and get new viewers. If I name it like the Elephants, then that doesn't promote me. So this way, the 69ers works too. That'd be a fun one. The Octi's Backyard 69ers. I kind of dig that. The Boise Potatoes. Good times. Wasn't that Apple's, like, OFL Development League? Oh, my word, another Moss. That's not White Lightning. That's 87. I don't know who 87 is. That might be Thacker. It is. Freddie Thacker with the score. I told you the Beats are going to score more than 10 points. I didn't think it was going to happen this quickly, but there you go. You are so selfish to the kids in St. Jude's begging for the elephants. Putting a team in Salt Lake City, that'd be kind of cool. Should buy an NFL team, change them to the Octi 69ers, and draft us. I don't want you guys to get killed, though, by those 330-pound behemoths. I want to put a team in California. You should put a team in Los Angeles. They could use a team. How about in the USFL? I mean, you'll throw better than Shea Patterson does, so there you go. You're 7,000 pounds. I can beat a whole team. Can you, if you can beat a whole team, can you also beat the team underground because you'd be dead? Oh, what a throw to the 5. That's one way to start the second quarter. Trayvon Parks, the user. Imagine if St. Louis had an NFL team. I bet that city was so passionate. St. Louis, San Diego, and Oakland. Those 3 teams, I feel like those 3 cities would be perfect for NFL teams. Even though they've never had one before, it'd be perfect. Imagine all of us playing football and getting coached by Octi. Shoot, I want to get in the game. I want to play. Somebody else can coach. Let me in, coach. Good touchdown by Joe Mixon. Pioneers are back in the game. Imagine if Montana had a team. There you go, the Boise. Oh, no, that's Idaho. I'm dumb. I'll be the new Pete Rose and Bill Russell. There you go. I should start a GoFundMe to buy the Steelers and dissolve. Why would I do that? I've always thought, hypothetically, like, what if I bought a stake in the Packers? So I can just say I own the Packers. That would be worth however much money that would cost. Which probably, I imagine it's not cheap. But that'd be so fun to buy a stake in Green Bay and say I own the Packers. Because it's true. I would own the Packers. If I ever get in an argument with the Packers fans, I own you guys. Literally, I own you. What if Grand Rapids, Michigan had an NFL team? But I guess the Lions would have a new in-state rival. Who would probably beat us twice a year. Is Henry Ruggs an OFL? Yeah, Henry Ruggs is on my team. I have all the criminals on my team. The Minnesota Felons. I just need like Damon Arnett pretty much, and I'll be good. Other than that, we got like all the criminals. And all the psychopaths. We have to include Antonio Brown. I own you legally. I bought you on eBay for $5. Who out of all of us do you actually trust coaching? I mean, I have more rings than everybody, so probably no one. But I guess I'd be a player coach. That'd be fun. Zach Stacy. If Zach Stacy was in the game, I'd have to get him. But Zach Stacy has not been in the league in like 5 years. I need O.J. Simpson. That's true. I do need O.J. Simpson. I should have been the Broncos then, and then make everybody on the team white, so O.J. Simpson can be surrounded by white Broncos. Ben Roethlisberger coming out of retirement. That means more things than one. Yeah, we should bring Ben Roethlisberger. And while we're at it, Deshaun Watson at quarterback. Got a very hands-on guy named Frank Clark who likes his weapons. Frank Clark will gun those quarterbacks down, literally. We're pretty much the Dallas Cowboys of the OFL. Just get all the low-character criminals. Imagine how OP a black Tom Brady would be. Huh. Interesting thought. You had that chance to surround OJ with white Broncos in 20. I did blow it. You're right. You want James Conner starting? Well, I can't make depth chart changes in game because that's not fair to the non-user. But I can change that for you for next week. If I was a manager of the Tigers, would you stop being a fan of them? I would question Al Avila. I'll tell you that. Kelvin Joseph is being interviewed by the Dallas police for a suspected murder. Who is Kelvin Joseph in the OFL again? I think he was a lower character guy to begin with, so... Yeah, Jerry Jones did all of his background checks for last year's draft. Do you have the history of just being a low character individual? Welcome to the Dallas Cowboys. Micah Parsons, Kelvin Joseph, the offensive tackle they took in the 4th round, who apparently beat his girlfriend. Yeah, they had like at least 3. Why does every Cardinals have 70 charges of DUI? They get it from Steve Keim, the GM, who 2 years ago or whatever was also charged with a DUI. So that's where they got it. Good touchdown for Joe Mixon. It looks like a Brooklyn Beats blowout after the first quarter is quickly evaporated. Big Ben comes back to the NFL. Steelers fans riot. Drafted Kelvin Joseph in the fantasy draft and traded him to Boomy. Hey, I guess Hector now. Hector, would you like to give me Kelvin Joseph? I need him for my team of criminals. Probably going to have to talk to RMP about Micah Parsons. Not that Micah Parsons is a criminal, but he's done some stuff. We'll just put it like that. You can Google it. Actually, don't Google it. That would not be a good idea. You need a wide receiver. Who do I have who's not a criminal and not named Terry McLaurin or Rashad Bateman? Whoever my number 5... Oh, I have Amon-Ra. I don't want to trade Amon-Ra, though. I'll sign Calvin Austin off my practice squad and trade him for Kelvin Joseph. How about that? Calvin Austin's small. He's like 5'8", but he's really fast. And as far as I know, Calvin Austin's not a criminal, so not a fit. He's not a culture guy. He doesn't fit our culture. Most teams look for leaders and high character guys for their culture players. We look for convicted felons. I should go for Watson. Very hands-on guy. Deshaun Watson for Malik Willis. We got the hands-on guy for the quarterback who picks up trash at the combine because he's a good soul. Which is why Malik Willis is not a fit for our team, because he's a quality human being. Look at Bowell! What a run! For the touchdown, and the Beats are back on top. DeReese Robinson, the greatest Cardinals receiver ever. With all due respect, who is DeReese Robinson? Why is Boatwell making the Pioneers look bad? The Pioneers' defense isn't that good. And Boatwell is a beast in watch games. Did you do a crime? Here's $100 million. That's the Jerry Jones logic, and I guess my logic. I feel like everyone wants to fleece me. I mean, Calvin Austin for Kelvin Joseph isn't really a fleece. I would say it's kind of a small trade. It's not like neither of those players are good. Curtis Samuel in OFL 20 was such a beast. Oh, nice catch. Oh, he broke the tackle. Alvin Kamara. I need to get Kamara as my running back. Pokemon, you want to trade me Kamara? You have A.J. Dillon. What overall? He's like a 64, I think. He's not that good, but he's very fast. And he's super young. He's like 23. He's going to be a rookie in real life. Future Lion. Pick 97. Make it happen, Brad. I want to track down Greg Dortch and make him... Is Greg Dortch even in the roster? All right, so the Pioneers are going to take the field goal. They have it within 4. This has been a really good game so far. Aki needs Kenny Galladay. He's been charged of stealing $72 million from the Giants. I guess I can get Galladay and Kamara in a package deal since we're on the same team. Galladay and Kamara for Gibson and McLaurin. Who says no? Gibson and McLaurin in real life have an owner who's probably a convicted criminal. Does that count? Or should be a convicted criminal. You want McLaurin. Well, unless I'm getting, like, O.J. Simpson or Aaron Hernandez, it's not happening. I think you say no. You're right, I would say no, but... Albert Hainsworth, there's a good one. He stole $100 million. Back when $100 million contracts weren't as common. I'll just bring Aaron Hernandez back from the dead. There you go. I'll be right back. Be right back to get Hernandez, or if I find any random Giants offensive lineman that beat their wife and kids, please, it's always the Giants. It always is the Giants. Remember when their kicker did that? Josh Brown, I think his name was. He was like a 38-year-old kicker. Beat his wife. Boatwell is in the zone as he gets hit. He launches a bomb. I think Brooklyn's offense is unstoppable. They cannot be stopped. Nick, what for Boatwell? Boatwell on the run, incomplete. Guys, Aaron Hernandez is in my room back from the dead. Send help. Tell him there's an opening at tight end for the Minnesota Vikings. Aldrich Rosas did too. There's another one. How did I forget him? He's like the more well-known Giants kicker who did something. So the Beats don't score, but they're still winning. 21-17, a very exciting game thus far. They probably should have kicked the field goal, but I guess they trusted Boatwell, and you can't really blame him. Josh Gordon, that's a good one. I don't know. Is Josh Gordon still in the game? I know he's on the Chiefs, but I don't know if he's in Madden. That's a good one, though. I'm going to scroll through waivers and just try to find all the criminals I can and sign them all. Get Johnny Manziel. Tyreek Hill and his son. Is his son a criminal? Why are most of the felons wide receivers? Because that's just how wide... Oh, fumble! Okay, that's something. Because wide receiver is like the diva position. What happened to E.J. Manuel? He just wasn't good. That's what happened. Ooh, booth review. Again, as we said last game, whenever they review a fumble, it's probably going to be reversed. Yeah, he's down. Tyreek beat his son and broke his arm. Well, I mean, was he ever proven guilty for that? I don't know if it was ever proven that it was true. But he was at one point accused of it, so I guess he counts. Tyreek Hill and Damon Arnett are on the same team. There's another package deal. Yeah, those angles of a replay were not very good, but it did look like he still had the ball. Kellen Winslow batting. Kellen Winslow's not a lot on our team. What he did is just too wrong. Kellen Winslow would get smacked in the first day of practice by our players. As he should. Tyreek Evans transitioning to court. Was Tyreek Evans a criminal, though? I know he did, like, performance-enhancing substances, but that's not a crime. I mean, I guess it's not legal in terms of the NBA, but it's not like he's been in jail the past 2 years. But I guess it's close enough. Jeff Gladney's a good one. There you go. Who is Jeff Gladney? He was kind of good in OFL 21 with the Jaguars, too. When you did something so wrong, even Octi doesn't want you. Kids, don't look up Kellen Winslow Jr. He's, not a good dude. Nice sack for John Franklin Myers. Two tackles must be my birthday. Not like we stopped him here. Well, you did stop him. Are we going to get a one punt? Ooh, that was close. Not quite. Down to the 13. The Will got smacked on that play. A sack. Oh, gee, you did it. Randy Gregory is wanted by the Dallas police for lying. Randy Gregory's done some stuff, too. He counts. If lying to team counts, can I get DeAndre Jordan? He'd be a good, like, defensive tackle. He could just jump over the offensive lineman. Greg Hardy, that's a good one. Micah Parsons is what Leighton Vander Esch was not supposed to be a top 5 defensive player in the league, though. Aaron Holiday was supposed to be what Suns' Javon Carter was supposed to be. What? I'm very confused. A dude that... I mean, is Javon Carter that good of a shooter, though? I mean, being a fan of the basketball team of the Big 12, I know his defense is quite good. Can't forget Trevor Bauer. Trevor Bauer can play quarterback. He can throw. Trevor Bauer and Deshaun Watson. What a quarterback room. Javon Carter shot 54% from free. Well, there you go. I didn't realize he was that good. I imagine that's a little bit fluky, but... First and 10, Boatwell gets about a yard. Why is Brady Boatwell so good in watch games? I don't get it. Trevor Bauer can also punch. Trevor Bauer should get in a ring with Marshall Lattimore and Mike Evans. We'll see who goes after who. Or maybe AJ Green and Jalen Ramsey. Those two fought, too. Delonte West. Banning LeBron's mom is not a crime. Boa hasn't been bad in sim as of recent, but in watch games he's an animal. That'll conclude the third quarter. The Pioneers made up a little bit of ground on the lead, but Salt Lake City has it inside the 5-yard line. And they still lead by 4 as we have an early 3rd and 3. Pretty big play here. Boatwell gets by the defender. What a move! Not quite in the end zone, but he did get the first down. I'm going to make DiGiorno pizza, so if I don't come back alive, my house burned down. All right, you have fun. I should sign the Usos. Who's the Usos? Brooklyn with another touchdown. They lead by 11. Why is it so small? Pull your pants up, Hector. What are you doing? You should sign the dude that shot 50 Cent. Oh, someone who shot a guy. I like it. I like it. If you have experience with guns, you're a perfect fit. Remember when Chris was our kicker in the Green Bay game? Imagine being a police officer, reading the police report, and you see a dude named Chris. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. It's wrestling. Okay, I want athletes on my team, though. DUIs. Okay, that's something, though. Brady Bowe's not only playing good, he's out playing Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is pretty good. Malik also outplayed Joe Burrow last week, although Burrow won. But imagine not having your quarterback outplay the MVP in this specific stream. Couldn't be Bacher and I. Signed Gabe Neighbors. Isn't he like the Chargers fullback? What did he do? Is he a criminal? Chris missed a kick in the Green Bay game, and I was like, I'm one word off from his name being a racial slur. Wouldn't it be one letter? Don't send your players to Vegas. I can't wait to... Oh, Vegas doesn't have a team here because they're the Pioneers. Good. Or else we would not have a team the following week. Malik Willis will be the only guy left. While all of our players getting arrested, Malik Willis is picking up trash outside the stadium because he's a wholesome soul. He'll also pick up trash from the Las Vegas County Jail because that's where his 52 teammates are going to be. If Salt Lake City doesn't get in here, they have an interesting decision because a field goal brings the game within 8. And they don't get it. Yeah, I say you take the points. What's the worst crime ever by an NFL player? I mean, Kellen Winslow comes to mind, but Aaron Hernandez killed a man. I would say the worst crime is not necessarily by a player, but I would say it's by Matt Patricia for existing. Jalen Reagor is wanted by the Philly police for robbing them of a first-round draft pick. Jalen Reagor would find a way to have the handcuffs drop out of his hands. Like, as he's getting arrested and getting the handcuffs on, they would just fall off. O.J. Simpson killed his allegedly killed his ex-wife and friend. Allegedly. Can't forget that word. I don't really have an opinion on the O.J. Simpson thing, so I'm more so saying that to be funny, but it's also true that it was alleged. Remember when Matt Patricia was he ever good? He allowed 40-something points in the Super Bowl against a backup quarterback. I don't know if he was ever good. I thought he was good, but that might have me being blindly optimistic. That was before I realized every assistant coach in New England is only good when they're an assistant coach in New England. Speaking of, Matt Patricia was alleged of like sexual assault after we hired him, so he would be a good coach. Yeah, the draft it was supposed to be in Vegas in 2020, but because of the pandemic, that didn't happen. So they're having the draft in Vegas this year. Josh McDaniels was already a bad head coach like 10 years ago, though. That signing is kind of stupid. I don't know why people thought that was a good hiring. I don't get what people see in him. Now we make it a 2-minute warning. The Brooklyn Beats are looking to finish off the job. Who can forget? John Gruden's not necessarily a criminal, but he'd be a good fit as our coach. Remember when Cliff Kingsbury was a good coach? Yeah, me neither. Yeah, because that was never a thing. Cliff Kingsbury was never good. He was he made Patrick Mahomes look like an average quarterback in college. Mahomes wasn't drafted high because of what he did in college. He was drafted high because of his physical upside. How do you have Patrick Mahomes in college and make him look mediocre? Oh, what a punt! Down at the 7. Did you win? You guys did win. Mac Jones threw 4 touchdowns. All right, so this game is not over. Salt Lake City is a timeout. They have a minute 50. They need to go pretty much the length of the field and get a 2-point conversion. I don't know if Baker's a criminal. I know he's gotten arrested before. That was a fun video when Baker was getting tricked up by the police like 3 months before he got drafted. So I guess he technically counts. Baker Mayfield, Deshaun Watson, Trevor Bauer in the quarterback room. Remember when Lonnie LaRussa, like fun? Me neither. Oh, that was nearly a fumble. Baker kind of counts because he's gotten arrested. So I would say, even though he's not like a convicted felon, he kind of counts. Pioneers are moving it nicely. They haven't used their timeout yet. They're doing good so far. Burrow under pressure. Big sack by Brian Burns. Now we're down to 30 seconds. They still have that timeout, and they're throwing checkdowns right at the line of scrimmage. At least he went out of bounds. Down to 21 seconds at midfield. They still have the timeout. Burrow shoots it downfield. Tipped. Ooh, that should have been caught by both teams. That was close. 4th and 9. This is the ball game. Are we already going for the Hail Mary? I guess we are. Burrow for the end zone. Flag! I think he was caught, too. I don't know if he was in bounds. Wow! That's on the defense. Are you kidding? Pass interference on the defense. On a Hail Mary. Can you be that stupid? Can you actually be that stupid? Oh my God. They still need the 2-point conversion, but can you actually be that stupid? That was pretty bad coverage, too. All right, here we go for the tie to send it to overtime. Burrow is sacked. He does not get it. 92. Is that Brian Brzee? who just saved the game for the Beats. What an ending. Assuming the onside kick is recovered by Brooklyn. Wow. Wow. What an ending. That was awesome. Why did they call a timeout? It's first down and you're kneeing it with a second left. That's point. Got to cut Dante Jackson. Well, once Spocker does that, I'll be the first in waiver wire. EA dislikes me, but we pulled out. The Brooklyn Beats have good pullout game confirmed. 28-26. What? That was an awesome game. This was fun. Brady Boatwell is good at football. Joe Burrow is also pretty good, but apparently not as good. Thought Bacher was going to get Hail Married on again. That's karma for what happened last year, isn't it? Or last OFL. Remember that time when in the playoffs, Thunderbirds and Cardinals, Alexei Smirnoff heaves up the Hail Mary? Good times. So this is the game of the year, obviously. One of the best games in OFL 22 thus far. Shoo-wee! That was something. He said shut it. Shut it, Alex. No, you. Jackson is good. It's for refs. I'm sure. Still, even on a Hail Mary, how can you even be close to like committing? How do you not realize all I need to do is not commit a penalty and we're probably going to be fine? Even like close. His trade value just skyrocketed. I would focus more on the fact that you might have a really good franchise quarterback over his trade value. Watch the Vikings. That game didn't get enough votes. So, the Bison beat the Jets 28-10. New York, after starting 2-0, goes 0-2 today. I guess 2-2 is the new Cool Kids Club, unless we lose to Toronto, which would be utterly embarrassing. You guys would not let me live that down, losing to Hector, and it would what would be his first win. And honestly, I wouldn't blame you guys. The Black Knights lose again. 24-14 against the San Francisco 49ers. So the Niners go 2-0 today. They're now 2-2. Who was the number one overall pick? Last year, it was DJ Uiagalelei of the Rams. He's their quarterback. Broncos beat the Bears 35-31. Denver's 2-2. The Bears are 1-3. Hello, Kellen. Even though they lost, Kellen Mond was quite good. Check down Corral was solid as well. Hollywood Brown was quite good. The Browns beat the Jags 20-17. Russell Wilson outperformed Mr. Stroud. Derrick Henry and Javonte Williams both over 100 yards and a touchdown. Jamar Chase with a very big game. We're probably not doing a stream tomorrow. I think we're going to do one early next week. Although, I'll think about it. We'll see. Bosa with 3 sacks, by the way. The Bucs lose to the Saints 35-21. I think the Saints, the 20-point second quarter, I think they started 0-2, and now they are 2-2. Good for them. Trey Lance outplays Mr. Derek Carr. Devin Singletary, what a stat line. 20 carries, 58 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Cortland Sutton was very good. Auden Tate and Devontae Adams were both impressive as well. I see 2.5 sacks. Danielle Hunter. The Cardinals beat the Ravens 37-34. Again, the Ravens offense plays very well, but it's the defense who blows it. Another overtime game with a lot of field goals. Tua Tagovailoa was awesome. So was Justin Fields. Javon Baker, the rookie, with 2 touchdowns. Will Fuller also scores twice. Lucas Niang allows 3 sacks, 2 of which go to Emmanuel Ogbah. Will Anderson also had a sack. The Chiefs beat the Dolphins 30-24. No, the Dolphins beat the Chiefs. So one of our very few winless teams has a win. Sam Howell and Josh Allen are both fine. Cam Akers and Marlon Mack also fine. A lot of sacks. I see a big 3 for Chris Jones and Jadeveon Clowney. 2 for TJ Watt. The Diablos are 4-0. They beat New England 31-24. Baker wasn't that good, though. Although he was a little bit better than Trevor Lawrence, although both of them were pretty much identical. Dalvin Cook and Jace McClellan were both quite solid. Wait, why is Jace McClellan getting all the carries? Well, I guess he was better than Damian Harris, so I guess it kind of worked out. Sam Howell hasn't been drafted, but he's already the best quarterback out of the UNC. How could you forget? Hold on. Let me ask Google something real quick. How could you forget good old Jack Kraniak? 12th round pick in 1939. He's a quarterback at a UNC. The Falcons, after scoring 7 points, put up 35 against the Chicago Tigers. My OFL Bowl pick is currently 1-3 because I kill everything I touch, apparently. Aaron Rodgers was very good. Tom Brady was not very good. Chris Godwin, 209. Hello. 2.5 sacks for DeForest Buckner. The football team loses their first game in here in Week 4 to the Austin Bats. 31-24. Dak Prescott outplays Justin Herbert. Kareem Hunt, again, was a machine. Leading receiver only had 50 yards. It's Odell Beckham. Oh, God, we're up next soon. I'm scared. The Giants beat the Lions. Lions, I think, were undefeated, right? Or they might have been 2-1. I think they were 2-1. Mac Jones and Deshaun Watson both quite solid. Please, God, do not let us lose to the Toronto Huskies. Why? Just why? In overtime again! We lost both overtime games today. I'm not even going to talk about what the hell this is. Jesus Christ. We're just going to move on to the next game. Panthers lose to the Rams 25-17 in a battle of the number 1 pick and the number 2 pick, and they both kind of sucked. Although DJ was a little bit better than Bryce Young. We've gone through pretty much every game. Ooh, Seattle over Dublin in an OFL Bowl rematch. 31-28. Keenan Allen again was very good. Hey, there's Kelvin Joseph. I guess he plays on the Shamrocks. I don't think Dublin has a coach at the moment, but whenever they do, I'm just saying. Yeah. Took everything I had not to spoil. I was worried someone was going to spoil it, because it would have been funny if someone... It would have been better if someone didn't, which no one did, which is good. But, yeah, not the result I really wanted. We've allowed at least 30 points in 3 straight weeks. Oh, the Wizards are 3-1. That's cool. At least I was right about them. What do you need to do? I have the same questions about mine. Me and you are in the same boat right now. Although at least you guys didn't lose to Hector Estrada, who's never won a game before until today. Hey Alexa, did the Vikings lose to the winless Huskies? I don't know, did they? Weekly awards: Tua Tagovailoa, Brady Boatwell, Trayvon Diggs, and Chris Jones. Boatwell definitely deserved it. Good for him. Gonna meme me until the day I die, and honestly, I deserve it. Only one undefeated team, the Mexico City. Can I just be the Diablos again, just like last year? Our only winless team, meanwhile, is the London Black Knights. Aviators lead the North. Wizards and Bison on top in the South. Beats and Pats lead the East. Diablos on top in the West, with Salt Lake City losing. Lions lead what appears to be a train wreck of an NFC North. Saints and Falcons up ahead in the South. Pats and Washington tied in the East. And everybody in the NFC West is 2-2. Perfectly balanced as all things should be. Chicken butt. Alright, we're going to check injuries, and then I guess that'll wrap it up. Devin Bush, broken ribs. I feel like that's kind of new, although he's only out 1 week. J.C. Horn, dislocated knee. As if things can't get any worse for the Black Knights. Oh! Devontae Smith, broken collarbone, out 6 weeks. That's kind of the big deal. Does he have Superstar? He does. Ugh. Not good. I feel like Marcus May is not new. Traylon Mullen might be new. Quad tear. Trey Sermon, broken collarbone. Trevor Penning, torn labrum. Oh, we have no injuries. Wow, I thought our whole team was going to be injured with our luck. I'm not allowed to say Madden hates me, because Madden has been historically nice to me over the years, but Madden and I are clearly not on the best of terms throughout OFL 22. So, who's your backup? Backup running. I think you guys have Gus Edwards. I think, because he's Canadian and Boomy drafted a lot of Canadians, because that's what he does. You have Derek Gore, who's a 67. Kansas City Chiefs legend, Derek Gore. Oh, schedule. Yes, I do want to check that. What did I do to you, Madden? What have I done? Yeah, your run game's gone. Hector's going to have to carry. Boy, that'll end well. Browns-Tigers could be pretty good. Saints-Wizards. Seattle-Wash. That's a good game. Bucks-Jags. Huskies-Pioneers, maybe. Baker's going to drop 50, isn't he? Beats Broncos isn't too bad. Niners Bats is pretty good. Chiefs Lions. There's a lot of good games this week. The week 6. Beats Diablos. That could be fun. Vikings Lions. I don't know if I want to watch the Vikings, because the Vikings don't win watch games, but apparently we don't win in the sim either, so it doesn't really matter. We're just going to lose regardless. Seattle Rams. I kind of want to see DJ in action. NIT. All right, we got some good games these next couple of weeks. So, I guess that'll wrap up the stream. If your team did not go 0-2 today, you're a nerd. So, yeah. Peace out, people. We'll be back within the next couple of days for weeks 5.